everyone. Last class, we learned some concepts of the rational number and the operation rule of the rational number. And this class, we will learn some example. Let's have a look. For example 1, the absolute value m minus n geometric meaning is shown on the number x m point n of the distance between the points. The distance m and n. Here are 4 example questions. Let's have the first. The example 1. When x equals -1, then the absolute value x minus 2 plus absolute value x plus 2 equals what? Let's see. When x equals -1, then we know x minus 2 equals -3, and x plus 2 equals 1. So the absolute value x minus 2 plus absolute value x plus 2 equals 3 plus 1. Of course, the result is 4. The second, the example 2. On the number line, the distance from number x to the orange is 5. Then 3 minus x equals what? Let's have a see. The equation number x is from 5 from the orange means the absolute value x equals 5. So x equals positive 5 or negative 5. When x equals 5, 3 minus x equals 3 minus 5 is equals -2. And when x equals -5, so 3 minus x equals 3 minus the -5. Of course, the result is 3 plus 5 equals 8. So the value of this question is -2 or 8. The next, the combination of number line obtains the absolute value x minus 2 plus absolute value x plus 3 is the meanest value of what? Obtain meanest value is x scope for what? Let's have a see. We know the x minus 2, the absolute value x minus 2 is the distance from the number 2 to x. And we don't know where it is, but we know its meaning is the distance from the number x to 2. And maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. The absolute value x plus 3 is the distance from the number x to the -3. X we don't know where. So we draw the number line to show. We know that between -3, 2, and 2, the minimum value is 5. Here, the distance is 5. So the x must be here. So the range value of x is greater than -3 and less than 2. The value range of x satisfying the absolute value x plus 1 plus the absolute value x plus 2 is greater than 3 is what? Let's use a number line, draw a number line to show. We know x plus 1, the absolute value x plus 1 means the distance from the number x to 0 or the negative 1. And x plus 4, the opposite value x plus 4 is the distance from the number x to the negative 4. So the opposite value x plus 1 plus the opposite value x plus 2 is greater than 3, means the distance from x the minus 1 and the minus 3. So here the distance is 3. It's greater than 3, so x it must be here or here. So we know the number line shows that when x is less than negative 4 or the greater than negative 1 is the opposite value x plus 1 and plus the opposite value x plus 4 is greater than 3. So the value is here. Let's go on. This example, let's have a look. The position of the real number A, B, C on the number line are shown in the figure. So the result of the opposite value A plus the opposite value B plus the opposite value A plus B and minus the opposite value B minus C, simplification is what? We know the observe the number line. We can see A is less than 0. B is greater than 0. So here B, here A. So A plus B is greater than 0. And B minus C is less than 0. So the opposite value A plus the opposite value B plus the opposite value A and B minus the opposite value B and C, of course, is the negative A plus B plus A plus B and plus, here is the negative number. So it changed, it became the plus B minus C. So the result, the value is 3B minus C. So we can choose B. Let's go on. Example 2. Let's have a look. If the opposite value 2x plus 1 at the opposite value y minus 5 equals 0, then 2x plus 1 is equals to what? Let's have a see. The opposite value, we all know the greater or equals 0. So here must be 0. 2x plus 1. Here y minus 5 must be 0. So we can get the result as equals negative 1 on the 2. Y equals 5. So 2x plus y is 4. This is the value. Let's go on. 1. If 3 times the opposite value x minus 2 plus the opposite value y plus 3 equals 0. So the value of y divided by x is what? We now know here must be 0. Here must be 0. So x equals 2. Y equals negative 3. So y divided by x equals the negative 3 divided by 2 is negative 3 over 2. Here is another example. If the ops value x plus 3 plus y minus 1 squares equals 0, then the value of here is what? We know here must be 0. Here must be 0. So x equals negative 3 and y equals 1. So the result is negative 1 to nth power. The result here. The next example, let's go on. For the rational number a, b, c, d, define the operation a, b times here c, d equals a plus b minus c minus d. Then the value of here is what? So we know the rules of this question's operation. So the 2/3 plus half minus 3/5 minus the negative 1/3, of course, is 0.9. It's the value. Let's go on. For the integers of a, b, c, d, define the operation here. Here is not the ops value. It don't mean the ops value. Here means rule of the new question. A, b, c, d equals a times d and minus b times c. Then the value of here is what? So we know the rule of the operation. So here is 1 times 3 minus 2 times 4. Of course, it's 3 minus h is equals negative 5. If you have any question, please feel free to send me a private message.
Let's go! My stupid heart.